He's from Etsimo. And Etsimo has lots of great buzzwords. It does AI machine learning. But fundamentally, when I looked at it, it's a way of trying to analyze where you are in your care journey and what particular symptoms. And you'll see an example now of self-assessment about what might be the problem with a particular patient. So, but it shows please take it away.
Wonderful, and thank you, Matthew, and thank you for the panel as well. It was a very interesting discussion earlier. So, I'm Thomas from Etsimo Healthcare, and next I'll showcase our diagnosis engine. So, and I'll start off with the story. So, I was traveling with the family in India, Goa last Christmas, and I had a case of diarrhea. So, this might be quite typical when you're traveling. So, it would be very useful to have a tool to check what's going on. So, let's see what Etsimo says. So, we'll start off by selecting new patient, the gender and age. And now we can see how our professional app UI looks like. So we'll start the session by selecting the first symptom, watery diarrhea. And now we can see that a set of questions appear in the screen. So these are always in order of relevance, and the most relevant question will show on top. We see the possible causes in this section. They're in order by diagnosis and by ICD-10. We see the triage in this section. It's color-coded based on urgency. We can see also the suggested care paths by the engine. So we'll continue by selecting the second symptom, vomiting. And we can see how the engine in real time adjusts the possible causes. We'll continue by selecting the third symptom, high fever. And again, we see how the triage changes. So this can be used in by professionals such as nurses via mobile phone. So basically, next we'll ask some questions from the patient. So the first question is, do you have abdominal pain? We'll answer yes. A fever that rises fast? Yes. Headache? Yes. Abnormal tiredness? No. So now we can see that the possible causes in this section shows that there's a norovirus with a probability of almost 70% and ineffective diarrhea with over 18%. When we look at the ICD-10 codes, we see that these two belong to the same class. When we look at the triage, it recommends to seek care today or tomorrow with over 76%. And when we look at the care path, has a really high probability for having a chat with the nurse as the next step in the care path. So we have the symptoms that are chosen are shown here. The ones that are absent are shown here. And if there's any known chronic conditions, they'll be here. It's currently available in 4 languages, Finnish, English, Swedish, and German. And if the user wants, they can input any notes over here that might be relevant for the case. So once we're satisfied with the diagnosis, we'll click the end button, and voila, we have the automated anamnesis show up here. If necessary, we can change these accordingly, as well as the notes. So since it's an insurance session, what are the benefits for insurers? Some of them include improved digital customer experience, reduced cost of care process, as well as improved quality of care. So this was an example of how our professional app and professional UI looks like. We can also do consumer implementations, including via a chatbot. So that's also another option. But this was basically the sort of basic functionalities of how the Etsimo triaging and diagnosis works. So happy to have any questions from the panel and also from the audience. Thanks.